FX Nation, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And in this video we're going to go ahead and go over some of the trades that we found during London and also some during US session. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it, guys. First one is Euro JPY, and on Euro JPY a couple of interesting things happened. So what we did was we have our Asian session here, right? And right after that Asian session, we saw this happen here. Right? We saw that. And then we came back with a railroad track here. So we actually ended up trying to think that this was going to do this. Okay? You follow me so far? And then we had our stop loss, which was 5 pips below the low. So the stop loss would have been here. Right, and then the entry was here. Okay. And so, of course, we're expecting a W, right? Well, that didn't happen, apparently, right? So, and what happened was essentially they didn't have enough contracts needed to make the move. So they went ahead and went down lower so they can get more contracts. Okay, so basically what's happening is down here, all throughout this area down here, there's nothing but a bunch of orders, pending orders. Okay, so you have nothing but a bunch of pending orders here. Okay, from sellers, from breakout traders. Right now, remember that in order for market makers to make this move, they need sellers to get into the market in order so they can buy. Okay, without sellers coming into the market, they can't do this. Okay, so how do they get sellers? They just make a false move down so everybody starts to sell. Okay, and that's exactly what they did. All right, so on this particular initial trade, we lost that trade. Right, so we lost the trade. We lost that particular first trade. But then what happened? We got a second railroad track here, and we got back into the trade. We got back into the trade here. So we got into it here, and then on this time around, we went 10 pips. Okay, we went 10 pips this time. So we went 10 pips out. Which was right here. All right. And then the goal was essentially to try to get 30 to 50 pips. This is the goal. We ended up getting 80 pips out of it. That was the trade right there, the second time around. Okay. So that was the second trader, the second time around. Okay. If you get stopped out on the first one, okay, just relax for a second, okay, and see if it gets you a better setup, right? So in this case, we saw clearly the W, right? We got stopped out. Okay. They went ahead and they made a false move to the low, made the low of the day, and then rose. They just didn't have enough contracts that they needed to make this W here. So they went down one more time, and then boom, picked up the contracts. And then moved away. Okay? So just because you get stopped out once, that doesn't mean that it's over. Okay? Just be patient with it. Just be patient with it. Okay? Especially if you look back over the last couple days, they're coming from they're coming from over here, right? So they're coming down. Okay, they're coming down. They've made their low, and now they have to go back up, right? So if you know that, you know the direction is right. You know that the direction is correct, and that's one of the important things. Obviously, is making sure you know the direction the market is going to go, and that's all good. So you know the direction, so you know that it's going up. The question is, okay, do they have enough contracts at this level to make that move? If they don't have it, then guess what? They're going to go down. They could go down up to 50 pips just to bait people to go short. And then at the end of the day, all they're doing is wanting to go long. Okay? So just keep that in mind, guys. So anyway, so Euro JPY was one of them. And then here is Pound Swiss. Pound Swiss was a very nice trade also, because here's the Asian range here. We ended up getting a railroad tracks right at the end of Asia, right? So we're trading the edge here, and this was the first move that we caught here. So this one here, that was a good 50 pips or so. And then after that was over, 20-30 minutes later, we noticed that it's making a W. So guess what? We traded it back up again. Okay, and that got us maybe another 20 pips or so, which was fine. So we traded it both ways. And then during the U.S. session, we got another chance to trade it again. And we clearly got a railroad track here at the low of the day. So we traded that sucker again. And we went back up to water. That was another 55 pips or so. So not a bad, trade. Not a bad pair to trade. Very surprisingly, though, that it did make this move during U.S. session. Normally, all the typical moves that it makes is during London. So this one did it, though. Did it twice, London and U.S. So pretty cool. But once you know what you're doing, guys, you can trade this, down, up, down, up. You can keep trading it, okay, back and forth. CAD was another one that we actually got on both ways as well. So here we have the Asian session. Here we have a type 1 setup because it's above the high of the Asian, right? We clearly see a nice star formation. We get into the trade here. We take that down. That's about another 45 pips. Okay. And then what do we see here? 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, we have a star formation. Boom. We take it right back up. Okay, this time we ended up getting around 90 pips or so on this one. Okay, and literally 15 minutes later, what do we get again? We get another railroad track, right? So this time we traded it off basically the high of the day, right? Now, the only difference is that this one here, we got into it at the end of this candle, which is right there. Okay, but this started at 10:30. By 12:30, okay, we were here. We were on this candle here. And we have a rule that if we are not as in substantial profit within 90 minutes, we get out of the trade. Okay, so what did we do? We got out of the trade. Okay, even though this trade ended up going down, we could have claimed a profit. We just got out of the trade. So in this one here, we ended up getting a minus 12, 13 pips out of this one. Okay. So that one was a no-go. And granted, we could have stayed in it, and gotten at least to water. But again, we have rules that we follow, and we have to follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, then what's the point of having them? Okay. So that was pound CAD, and then we have one more pair that we traded, and this was pound JPY. And so what happened on pound JPY is we had a W formation here, okay, that we took from here to water. It was only about 25 pips or so, so it wasn't really that big. Okay, so we took, this is, waters always take profit 1, males take profit 2, according to our rules. And we're going to get into this, guys. If you don't know them, we'll get into this in the later videos as we go deeper into the market maker method. So no worry about that. You'll get all the info. Trust me. So we ended up getting about 25 pips out of this one. Okay, took profit. And then we saw that towards the very end of the U.S. session. So this happened like around 2:30 or so. We saw another W forming here. Okay, and we went ahead and we took that one. And that one here was another 60 pips or so. Okay. So not a bad day of trading. Definitely a lot of different pairs that were traded back and forth, multiple times, either buying or selling. So I just wanted to show you this so you understand that once you understand the concept and you know what price is doing and what the market makers are doing, you can trade it both ways and you don't have to be scared to do it. Okay, it's okay for you to take losses as long as your losses are controlled, like we do. We take losses all the time. Okay, it's not like we're 100% every time. We're not. We take losses just like everybody else. If anybody tells you that they're 100% winning, they're lying. So, but yeah, guys. So this was it. Okay, this was the trade setups for today, this morning, during London and during U.S. session. Guys, let me know what you thought about this in the comments. Let me know if you caught any of these setups, or were there any other setups that you might have saw that we didn't see. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and have a good night. Guys, one last thing. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate the fact that you take the time to watch my videos. I really hope that I've added value in each of the videos that I make for you guys, and I hope that you're learning something. As always, guys, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please like and share the videos if you found value in them. And also, don't forget to visit our website at www.fxntradinggroup.com. Once again, guys, thank you so much. I'm truly blessed.